Excellent connection. That's good. Here we are live. Okay. Where are we, OBS? Even looks like the audio's in sync. Man, that's a tough one. So sorry for that false start, guys. I didn't have, the camera wasn't being recognized in OBS. But here we are, and I thought people might be interested in opening the new C300 Mark III. I'm going to build a little table here. Adjust our focus properly. From 3 feet to probably 4.5 feet. How's that? Looking pretty good. Get it back that if I want. Hutron, yes, I did get it to work. Isn't that amazing? Are we going to be able to see my face? Do we even want to see my face? So what do we got? Ooh, it's already in a Pelican case. I'm very excited. Let's have a look. Oh, side ones as well. Oh, is it tape? Oh, it's locked shut. Canon's not messing around. Do a multi-camera setup. I'm going to have trouble switching between it because the computer's all the way over there. Oh, this isn't even the camera. This is just lenses. So we have Sumi Ray primes. Man, these are sexy. Blackmagic Atomos. Interesting. So this is a PL mount, 85mm Sumi Ray prime. Oh, look at that goodness. Now we've got, you should have asked for more lenses. Look, they got a, inside of this thing is crazy. Oh. We got the 24mm. I think if there's one thing I would change about these Sumi Rays is that sometimes it's hard taking them out of the box to see what your focal length is, because see how the cap covers up the front of the thing. Be cool to have like big 24 on the front of that. I will not drop these lenses. I think the retail on the Sumiways is like $7,000 each, but the one downside is that they only come in PL. And I think that's because of the weight of them. They're, well, I guess they're the same weight as the CNEs. And this is the 50, 24, and 85. So it's a good range. Should I keep them in frame? No, that's kind of in the way. Put them over here. Another hard case in here, which is good. And also sealed. Ready? Look, the Jason case comes with like a little color photocopy printout of where everything needs to go. Expansion pack. Oh, this is. They've still got the paperwork in here from when this was May 15, when this was a pre-production camera. Apparently, if I post anything, it has to say, the EOS C300 Mark III sample featured here is a beta and not intended for critical image evaluation of the sensor. I mean, you'd think they're selling them now, you'd think they'd fix it up. Okay, so I've got my manual. Maybe I'll pull it back. I can read this. It's a box. Yeah, look, it probably is playing with fire. So if you're part of Canon CPS, which I think is about $1,000 a year, Canon will send you cameras that you're thinking of buying. This is actually a review deal with Canon. So, but these all come from the CPS Canon Professional Services sort of stash. So yeah, part of that, I think, yeah, it's different for the stills. Someone have to look it up, but if you agree to, if you pay the money for the video CPS, not only do you get like priority repairs, but you also get evaluation units. And this is one of those. This is Canon's evaluation unit. Man, it's so nicely packaged though. Everything's in little plastic bags. Do I have to put it back in the plastic bag? It does come with these cases. I mean, not the retail, not the retail C300, but the one from Canon Professional Services. The top handle. Some batteries. That's a big battery. It's the mic mount. I don't think I'll use. That's the battery charger. That's the expansion mount. Power cable. Power charger. It's the side handle. We won't need this. I'm kind of glad that they gave me this guy as a guide, because that's the body. Oh, and it has a battery on it. A fully charged battery on the body. That seems a little bit dangerous to me. Oh, but it is brand new. Wow. So someone took this out of the box and put it into the Jason case and sent it to me. Maybe it's not, because this is a little, the side thing's a little scratched. Ari rosette on this side. Thank you so much, Ben. I'm glad you like it. It is so much easier to light when you have a big ceiling. It was really hard in my old studio with just a very confined little space. So that's still under here. And go on this side. Then I guess we put the top handle on. Leave the other stuff that's in here. The C500 is exactly the same body. The difference is, let me put this on so I don't break it. There's a short one and a long one. Pretty sure. The base, the difference is all there. So the C500 has that full frame sensor, and the C300 has this dual gain. Wow, it actually looks really small. This dual gain sensor, and that's how the two are separated. Nope, that doesn't go in there. We need our arm for our front. Yeah, this is brand new. I'm really excited about this. So we'll be making a C300 Mark III Masterclass if anyone's interested. I personally am not a huge fan of Canon's whole handle thing. I mean, it's decent, but I don't know why they put the screen where the EVF should go. Tension here. This has the EF mount, I believe, and then I have the PL mount adapter from my C500, so I'm able to use the Sumi rays. Which would be great. Okay, that's that. You get an Allen key for this guy. I think the reason that I haven't done a unboxing video before is because when I get stuff, I just tear it open so quickly because I'm excited that nothing ever lasts long enough to do unboxing. But unboxing live streams could be a cool thing, so I'm glad you guys jumped in. Let me. Yeah, Brian, awesome. I'm glad you are, because I'm interested in the sensor as well. I'm definitely interested in comparing it to the Arri Alexa sensor, because that's sort of the industry default. So I'm super curious how much, if it gets close to the Alexa. Because the Alexa has been doing that whole dual gain thing for a very long time, meaning it takes two exposures and consolidates them into one. And it's how it gets that extra latitude. Don't think I need anything else in there. Sorry, it's loud. Hope Hope I didn't live stream putting the monitor on wrong, that'd be embarrassing. That's okay. Okay, we got the handle. We have a side grip, we have a monitor, we have a powering it on. There's no lens. Whoa, quite a little breeze. Audio is super low, can't hear a word. You may just have to turn it up. I don't have much more ability to get my mouth closer to the microphone, unfortunately. Okay, what's the time? What's the time in New York? 10:30. What is it? Is it the 15th? The 17th? It's always important to set your time. And it's 10 a.m. I know it's fascinating watching someone set a clock on a camera, but you guys signed up for this. Okay, good. Ooh, interesting. So the default. Interesting. That's set to that. That's set to my aperture. Interesting. It's not set to anything. So there's the build, or at least the first build. Wow, after shooting full frame, Super 35 is pretty small, but kind of fun. YDR BT709. Shooting 1080p. I'm sure this is a brand new camera. It's so untouched. It's pretty wild. Awesome, dudes. Matthew wants to know, do you think they'll do what they did with the Mark II and add B-RAW compatibility? I don't know, the whole Blackmagic RAW thing hasn't really taken off. You mean like a RAW out? Oh, this camera has internal RAW, right? Yeah, the downside of the external RAW is that you need to add a recorder that's really large and heavy and takes a lot of power, whereas you have internal RAW in this camera. I'm kind of curious though what the stability is about, because in the C500 Mark II you can use the full frame of the sensor, or you can use Super 30 like a crop in to do what's it called, a stabilized version. Digital stabilization. Oh, it does. It crops in on the sensor by like 10%. Anamorphic correction. It does have any. It has a X2, a X13 anamorphic correction, progressibility, diffraction correction, auto black balance, face detection. I wonder if it lets you turn off that. Lets you turn off that dual gain. So we have true 4K, and it actually has. It's interesting. It has the 410 megabits per second intraframe, or 160 megabits long GOP. So if you were shooting something you want to shoot for hours and hours and hours, you can do that. That's pretty cool. It has relay recording, double slot, volume label, Same audio options. That's cool. Same lighting options. I certainly like full frame, Julio, because with the C500 Mark II, you have the option to go full frame, you have the option to go Super 35, cropping on the sensor, you have the option to go Super 16, cropping on the sensor. So it's essentially like, say you put on a 24mm lens, you can crop down to what would be a 35 and then crop again to what would be a 50 without changing lenses. The only downside, at least on the C500 Mark II, and I'm assuming it's the same on this, let's have a look. Yeah, is that you have to go down to 1080 or 19, you have to go down to full.